Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the show tonight. It's the two legends, Big Stevie and the one and only Southside. Evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Oxford. Good evening, listeners, and good evening to my wingman. The Dream Team are back.
Good evening, Ox. Good to be on the night with the big man, and good evening to all the Rangers fans listening in this evening. Battle Fever Week. Battle Fever Week.
Here. How are you, Stevie?
Brand spanking, putting the great into Britain, sleeves rolled up, and the battle fever slowly but surely rolling on.
Oh, great. And what about yourself, Southside?
Aye, just the same as the big man, working hard, and also battle fever, day by day, mate, leading up to Sunday. Can't wait.
And how's your building up for this Ironman competition? How's that going for you?
Aye, it's no bad. Managed to do 20 lengths to the pool a day. So, aye, it's coming along nicely. But he's laughing at.
On the side of the pool, Steve, it said paddling.
Did you say Iron Man or Iron Brew Man?
Building up, cycling, yoga, swimming. It's coming along nicely.
Oh, man. Just for all the listeners out there, he's going to run about in the shower to get wet. Don't listen to a word he's telling you. The heavyweight champion of Bangladesh.
Just for the record, Stevie, there's no way he's running about in the shower. He'll get somebody to shake the head.
I had a laugh last night. I heard that late on Mikhailichenko. I thought Bobby could have shortened it down, but I don't even think he'd enough to put Miko down.
I think there was a clue in there when you said Bobby.
Oh, brilliant.
I don't think Bobby got that one.
Oh, flew by.
Aye, fair play to Bobby. Bobby's all right. Right, okay. We spoke to the two about the weekend's game, came and went. Do we care now? It's done and dusted. We move on, yeah?
Yep.
Aye, 3 points in the bag, yeah?
Aye, that's all it's about it. And then keep the momentum going, and then we'll get this game coming up. Listen, I'm not a great lover of reading the Scottish press, mate. I look at it because we have to. I look at the odds and all that. But that's all this hysteria came from. We can win this game, Southside.
100% we can win it, mate. We've got nothing to fear for them. Most of the teams in Scotland lie down before they get started against them. But it's the one thing we'll never do, you know. Looking forward to it. I think we've got the match in them, no problem. I think we've got a settled system. I think, okay, our football's been patchy at times. We've not really had a 90-minute, maybe apart from Tynecastle. But if we hit anything like Tynecastle for them, it'll not be a problem on Sunday for us, mate. I believe we've got the players to cause them problems. And it's just keeping the belief in the squad, mate. I think the squad's got the belief now as well. I heard Borna talking today. Sounds he knows about the jobs in hand. He should. He's been there long enough. So nothing to fear, Ox, at all, to be honest. Nothing.
Yeah. Stevie?
Oh, definitely no fear whatsoever. I mean, the last time we played them, taught me everything about that Celtic team. They hardly had any shots at our goal, and when they did, it was bad defending by us. How they got out of Ibrox with a draw is unbelievable. And for me, I'm going to fling my hat in the ring here. I think we won with 2 clear goals. There you go. I just don't see what people are getting. This Celtic are great and everything else. I mean, come on, they did a training session against Aberdeen there and limber up. Not one player get booked or nothing. It was a training session. Aberdeen will not try against them. Look, most of the teams in the Premier League, everybody hates the Rangers. Everybody's up for the teddy bears. And I'm telling you right now, I don't care who we're playing in our team and Saturday. I think we'll do them. No problem.
Right. Listen, I generally believe this, Southside. If we play what we can play, we win the match. Doesn't matter how they play, but we have to play.
Listen, Michael Beale was part of a management staff, and we had their number for over 2 seasons. Let's not kid ourselves, and they know it and all. So I think he knows the structure, he knows how to play. He'll have studied them, but it's what we do on the day. And see, to be honest, as we've said on here many a time, Ox, it doesn't matter really what form you're playing in. It's about who turns up on the day. We need 11 players. Sometimes you get to carry a player in a game against them, but we need 11 players to be on their game, and that's what matters on the day. It's what team turns up, shows the desire, application and the heart to win. And I'm sure we've got it in abundance come Sunday. I believe our squad are well ready for this and are really looking forward to it.
Aye. What's your thoughts, Stevie? I do genuinely believe it. If we play, we win. Doesn't matter what they do.
100%. I'll tell you another thing. Southside was talking about tactics there. Now, these Japanese boys, listen, if big goals in that stick one, I give them let them know they're in a game with whatever way they want to do it, but be cute with it and just let them know they're in a game. They're done. They've got nothing up front. Once they boys start, you take the wind out their sails a wee bit, they'll not come back. They're no like Scottish boys where they're out for a retaliate or get a number or whatever. They're just not like that. It's not their style. But I'm telling you, Beale must say to them, as soon as he gets the ball, just get right in and tap him. Let him know he's in a game. You did that wee Kyogo and that other boy. What did they call the other boy? Up front, runs about like headless chicken. Like, just stick one on him.
Is it Maida?
Aye, Maida. So just keep them, let them know they two are in a game and they'll vanish. They'll vanish out the game, trust me.
Okay, gentlemen. Yeah. A wee bit of trivia for you.
What? Well, you're at it. Just Steve, have you noticed this? It only seems to be when us two are on, we get trivia. Did they get trivia last night by any chance?
It's because the Dream Team are on. It's a Dream Team, innit? It's just...
You've got to look at the personnel you've got in front of you and all their strengths and weaknesses. And the people on last night were reasonably intelligent.
Aye. So they were.
Right, this player played 120 games for us, yes?
Right, okay.
Okay, that's no a clue. Played under 3 Rangers managers, 2 of which won the treble with us.
Right.
Yeah. Did you get that one, yeah?
Aye.
He's played 120 odd games and he's played under 3 previous managers that won the treble.
No, he's played under 3 Rangers managers.
Right.
2 of the managers had treble winning teams, yeah?
That'll be Alex McLeish and there'll be one there, innit? Am I right in that level? McLeish will be one of them?
Are you going for that? McLeish is one of them?
Aye.
Wrong.
Oh, that's a great start.
No, but okay.
Right, what narrows it down now a bit.
Yes, it does. Right, okay. My last full game, I scored a famous goal in.
What a famous goal. Right. Hold on. I've got 2 people in mind here. I've got 2 people in mind. Right. Can I have a pot shot? No?
Aye, of course.
Aye, go.
What a famous goal. Livingston?
No.
No. Right. Okay.
You said you 2 in mind?
Rod Wallace?
No.
No. Right.
The player I started the most games with was Alistair McCoist.
Mark Hateley?
No.
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 Obvious, innit?
McCoy should have been back in the 80s then, innit? It's got to be something along the lines, isn't it? When he first came.
No.
No.
Treble in the 80s. No, it's got to be getting into the 90s.
No, he done the treble in 91, 92. Not 92, 93, whatever it was, I can't remember, but it's one of them.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is he a homegrown player or is he overseas?
I'll give you that. He was born in Scotland.
Born in Scotland.
He started, I'll give you another wee clue, might help you here, Southside.
B. Doddy.
He started one game with Colin West and had a substitute performance along with Bobby Williamson.
Right, so you're talking Colin West as soon as his first signing, right?
Aye.
He played with Bobby Williamson. It's not David Hammond, it'd be David Mitchell.
No, no chance of him.
I scored 9 goals, 16 yellow cards, and 2 reds.
2 reds.
I'm going to kick myself when he tells us who this is. I hate these things. So I was never in the quiz team. Could be in the quiz team for dementia, I think.
Right.
Oh, can't remember, mate, honestly.
Bobby Williamson. Who else played round about Bobby Williamson? Southside.
Cammy Fraser, no, that on it. Ian Ferguson.
Yeah.
Are you ready for another?
Aye.
Is there more clues?
Aye.
Make it even easier.
I made my debut as a 17-year-old.
17. Let's go. He's under 3 treble. Wouldn't it be Bobby Russell, would it? No. He played with... No. Right, I need another clue. Come on. Stop beating around the bush.
Okay.
That's
My last game was away at Celtic Park.
Celtic Park. It's the last game.
You ready for a big clue?
Oh, no, Robert. It's no Robert Fleck, and it's nothing like that. Ian Ferguson, who played with Bobby Williamson. Oh, man. No, go use an Arcula.
My last full game was in the Champions League.
Champions League? You're talking about the old Champions League?
Charlie Adam played in the Champions League. Do you know about that age? No.
No.
He was older, wasn't he? I don't know. I give up.
Right, okay. It's a tough one. Right. Played under 3 Rangers managers, of which 2 won the treble. Right. The 3 managers were Jock Wallace, Graham Souness, and Walter Smith.
Right. So it's roughly about 90, 89, get into 90s. Right. You go up.
Right, okay. Well, my last game was in the Champions League. That's a big clue, Southside.
Champions League?
Aye, what that is. Aye. Oh.
Not the European Cup, the Champions League.
Last time we were in it.
No.
Or obviously before it. My mind's went blank. Not got a clue.
Right, I'll give you a big clue. It was the first ever Champions League.
The first ever Champions
So
League.
that's 91, 92 then.
Right.
That's when it started. No, hold on.
Oh.
No, it was
No,
it was. How did we play the qualifiers that time? Was it the season before we get put out by Gornik Zavji?
No, not yet. Think about it, right? The first Champions League. Yeah, the first Champions League. Who did we put out? Think about it. The very first one.
He's a minute.
The first Champions League?
Yep. Very first one ever.
Right, well, it was... Who did we play? What teams were on it?
Do you want that clue? Would that help you?
Aye, that would probably help us. Was Club Bruges that you talking about, no?
One of them was Bruges. One of them was Marseille.
Yeah.
One of them...
CSK Moscow, because we played them in Germany, didn't we, in Bochum?
Yep.
That's right.
We beat them 1-0, Ian Ferguson.
Yep.
Shatley get sent off with Bruges. Ibrox drew with them away, I know, didn't we? One each. Hustra scored.
Hustra. That's right, the deflection, wasn't it? Ian Ferguson scored away from home, I know, did you know?
And McSwiggan scored the header. Ibrox.
You're getting warm because of no cigar.
And Durant scored in away game earlier in the one each.
Famous goal. It was my last full game.
Nisbet.
Well done, big man.
Big Nizzy.
Big Scotty Nisbet.
See, last night when I listened to the show back, see the two subs you asked for? Davy McFarlane.
Aye.
I knew that last night listening after the show. It was done. I'd been listening in. I got that, man. It was the hardest one. I couldn't go flight bit, believe it or not.
Bobby texted me about 10 minutes ago and said Nisbet. It's easy when you know the show, isn't it?
It's easy when... Aye. I'm not good at that stuff, but honestly,
tell you what,
so I don't have...
Big man, I'll tell you now, I didn't realise he made his debut under Jock Wallace.
No, I wouldn't have said either. I wouldn't have. Thinking back, crazy, innit? Big Niz, yeah. What a night that was, wasn't it? The ball went right out of the keeper. Brilliant, wasn't it?
That was his last full game, mate.
Aye. Dear. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that either. I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't have thought that was his last game.
Full game. He played the full on Saturday against Dame, got injured, and that was him done. The big man.
The big one, am I right in saying the big one's health wasn't too great of late?
He's doing okay at the moment, the last I heard, but we wish him all well. Talking about health, Stevie, great story of the day, you know, Blackpool true boy who we've dealt with a bit, and that his young boy David, who had other heart problems, he was in surgery today, 6 hours. 6 hours surgery David had. Everything's been successful, and hopefully be discharged soon and be home soon.
Great news.
Sunday. So all the best, David. All the best to his family as well. Yeah, in a stressful time, but great news. Great news.
Here we are.
Aye, that was a good one. Southside Hargin, but a good one. Yeah.
Aye. It's just no very good at that stuff. But aye, when you hear all the clothes broke down and that, obviously people were screaming who it was.
No, I don't think they were, mate. Fox,
yeah.
Quantum and Fleck. I've been text Derek Ferguson. Yeah, nobody text is the right answer, mate.
Well, there you go. Big Stevie pulls us out a hole again, Southside on the
Well done, big man.
Aye.
I think that's 2-0, Stevie. I think you're 2-0 up.
That might be, aye. Listen, and I think if I get to 3-0, I think you should give me his ticket with a finals.
Yeah, hold on. I got Albert's the other night. Don't start.
So you did. You got Albert's.
I think when I said that you were that quiet, you didn't know what to say for a while. You were that stunned, weren't you?
I was stunned. That was a hard game, by the way. I did not realise he played with Jock Wallace, yeah.
There you go. No, that was fun and all. It was a kind of hard one. What did we answer that in, about 8 or 9?
Terrible, Stevie.
Pretty bad. Come on. That was a hard one. There's no money would have got it, put it that way. And the ones that Dave said they knew it and all that, it's just that it's easy when you know what I mean? When you're on the show, it's a lot harder.
Pressure. Right, I'll tell you all day, we're going to hear from Malik Tillman. Yes, and then I'll put the two yous on the spot again.
No problem.
Stevie, we'll go to you first, and we'll get your team for Sunday, yeah? No, we're not going to hear from Malik Tillman, no.
Oh, well.
All technicals teams enough.
Better get Stevie's team, man.
Aye, I think we will.
Right, okay. Niven, Richie, Shearer, Caldow, Greg McKinnon, Baxter, McMillan, Miller, Brandon Wilson. No, I've not even thought about it because is our injuries 100% that certain players are not playing?
That's the
conundrum.
That's the conundrum we've got. That's the conundrum, Southside, isn't it?
Aye. I would, if it was me, personally, I would stick with McGregor, keep the back four as it has been. I would stick. I'm not going to rely on Lundstrom and Ryan Jack and all that. I mean, at the end of the day, they've been out injured. I just think it's again, we need 11 players on the park fighting. I would probably take the chance on Tillman in saying that because I'd have him in my team, and I would stick Raskin, Kamara. I would have Tillman, Kent, Alfie, and Sakala. I would like to have played Cholak if he did more game time, because I know what Alfie does, but I want us in the box scoring goals, and I think Cholak would have done a lot more running and chasing down than what Alfie does after the ball. But that's my team. I'll have Tillman in there. And Sakala.
I'll tell you better than that. He's probably, give Bayern Munich the dough.
You're liking the tunes. What's that new tune that suits Southside? You heard that?
I heard that. I think the big man knows it off by heart. I'm still trying to learn it.
How's it go, the new tune, the Union Bears?
Oh, it's magnificent, boys. Myra Hinley's learned me it, so she has. She's never got it off. It's absolutely fantastic. When I was a boy, I loved Rangers, the club made for me and for you. I went to the ground with my father. Since then I have followed on too. And now I am older and wiser. The passion still runs through and through. I'll make sure my sons and my daughters still defend the red, white and blue. Here we go. Na 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 na. There you go.
That's 20. That's 20. You'll be Southside. You said I couldn't get me sing on the show.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's a step up for James for Tennessee, is it no?
Why? We're friends, James, but why?
Oof. Can I just say something? Normally I do all my singing in the police station, but anyway.
We know we've been nothing but calls since we met you.
Oh man!
Oh dear! Brilliant, man.
It's a great.
Is that the hit in the big Stevie household at the moment? Is it?
It certainly is. By the way, see when you're doing an island, you get through it in no time with that on. No time whatsoever. I can just picture me and the bridge man up the Copeland Road there singing it, doing the bouncy. Absolutely fantastic.
Gets you through an island, Southside.
So it seems. I would rather just take mine down to Ireland shop, get them to do it, But aye, whatever, I'm sure. Do you wear an apron when you've got down the Ireland, Stevie?
Yous know who wear the apron in this show. Don't use give me any of your crap used to. Yous know who wears the aprons, and not me.
And yours, we know who wears the apron. Right, we'll get these phone lines open. Let's
get the bells up.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356-1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay. I get your rationale, Southside, right? I get your rationale. Stevie, what's your thinking for the team?
My thinking is simple. It'd be the same back five. No, just the norm, the back five. McGregor, Tav, Golson, Borna, and the big man, Davis. And then I would go Raskin. Look, it's a hard one, Ox, because we don't know who's injured, and is he playing mind games? Is he, you know what I mean? If Tolman's fit, Tolman's in my team. But if he's no fit, then I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Raskin. I'm going to go with Kamara. Man. Would I go with the boy? I put Sakala, Alf and Kent up front. But that one position, that's... Would I go with the new boy? I probably would. I'd probably go with... would you call him? The boy with a blonde hair was signed. Hello, he's there.
Cantwell.
Cantwell.
Aye.
You got Nisbet quicker than you got this team.
I know I got the team for the 60s. My dad taught me quicker. But no, definitely. It's just a bit... I mean, Tolman's got to be in that team, mate. He's been absolutely outstanding for us. I mean, against the Thistle, I mean, he's single-handed. He was involved in everything. His feet, his thinking's absolutely brilliant. He's been brilliant for us. What's your team up?
Well, who was saying's fit then? Because I think this makes a difference. I think these players are going to be fit, personally. Nothing to back that up. It's just a gut feeling I've got Southside.
Aye, but see, when you're thinking this, right, Lundstrom rolled his ankle, right? So you don't know how fit he's going to actually be. And Jack's got a calf problem. So I just looked at it as I would just take the two altogether. Because I think it'd be a huge gamble to probably put one of them in. If we're not controlling this game and you want them to do a lot of running about and all that, you know, I'm just worrying slightly about their fitness. I mean, Lundstrom's not got the greatest pace in them anyway, and we need to be working our socks off on Sunday for 90 minutes here. Doesn't matter who we're playing, but you know we're not going to dominate the whole game. Let's be honest, we'd love to, but we won't. And I just think probably need players with a level of fitness. But what he is, if you put Cantwell in with Raskin, which I don't mind, but we're putting two players into a game that they've never featured in before, and you know what that can happen. You know, players can fall out a game. You know,
I mean, there is a game that some fabulous players it's passed them by at times, Stevie, when they've made their sort of debuts in it, isn't they?
Of course. 100%. Let's be honest. Look at Tolman's against them. And I genuinely honestly think this is Tolman time. I think this is his time. I think he's got it now. He knows the game now. He knows what's expected. His fitness is up. He's tracking back now. And the boys, he's just coming on, man. And I think this is his time to shine. I really do. You're talking about people that know that the game could pass by and stuff like that. I just think Tolman is a prime example of it.
Aye, it can do, but he can also be your match winner as well. It's risk and reward, isn't it, Southside?
Aye, I remember Davy Mitchell making his debut, didn't he? Up there, and he scored in 28 seconds or something, didn't he? I mean, players can go out and they can do well and stuff. We're not saying that. I think Raskin's, I'd like to think he's at that age. I know he's only 21, but he's played a bit of European football and that, and I'd like to think that he could handle it. He might know, but I'd like to think he can. Todd Cantwell's played in the Premiership, but let's not kid ourselves. These games are totally different from what you play in the English Premier League, you know, and they can pass you by. But I'm hoping that the two players that we've got will just thrive in that. type of atmosphere if the two of them are selected to play. But and I agree with Tillman. I think Tillman happened to Aribo as well. Didn't he get played against them in a game or two and didn't he take it straight away, but eventually knew what it was about and then started to dominate in games like that. And I think Tillman is the exact same. I think he's sampled it now. He's been in about it. And I was hoping if he was fully fit, I really expected him to have a massive game on Sunday. I really was thinking that was going to be Tillman time, to be honest. I said that a week or two ago.
Aye. Well, there's no doubt that boy's got talent. There's no doubt, and I think he's a free role behind it, if you like, the striker. I think that looks his best position, Southside, yeah.
It seems to be there where he can create and he can play a 1-2 and he can be effective inside the box. Michael Beale thinks he can come for slightly deeper than that, Ox, similar to the type of goal he scored against Motherwell at Fir Park. He seems to have him in that sort of position, more likely to learn him maybe to work a bit harder. But I think anywhere along the front three, just outside that box or just off the striker, he's certainly effective.
Can I say something about Tillman?
Aye?
He's Malik, you know, get Bayern Munich the dough. That's just turning into the Rangers Eurovision Song Contest. Get Bayern Munich sorted out with the money. That boy's a young pup and he's absolutely magnificent. What a football player we've got in our hands there. And I can only agree with my wingman there. It's Tillman time. If we can get him in this team, it's Tillman time, believe me. The boy's had a sample of it, and I believe now he knows what it's about. And I think he could possibly be a winner, a match day winner.
Right. Just to know it's not for Drumchapel, yeah?
What?
Wyoming?
United Kingdom, no points. Well.
Oh dear, brilliant, big man, absolutely brilliant. Oh, he could win the game. He could win the game, but it's where he gets involved. I think that Gio wasn't fair to him. He was even less experienced then, and we played him on that right-hand side in the front three, and again passed him by at their place. Yeah. In fact, we were playing with 10 men, but he's looked a lot better since he's came inside. If I'm being honest, Southside, as he's learned his craft, because let's be honest, he hadn't played a lot of football.
No, we're actually, it's maddening to say that we're actually developing Malik Tillman as a player. Okay, he came with ability, potential, but we're learning him the game, and I think Michael Beale's alluded to that a few times, that we are actually learning him how to play football, and he's learnt quick, obviously. He's got a footballing brain, he's got good athleticism, he's got good balance, he's getting stronger, and I think he's just starting to fit into the sort of attacking football now that he's getting to play at Glasgow Rangers. I think we did hang him out to dry a wee bit on the right-hand side when Gio was there and in the European campaign. He did a wee bit for us in games, like we've seen the potential at PSV where we was pushed high and they managed to get in and rob the boy and set up a goal for Kolak. But I think we're developing him, Mox, and I hope if the boy wants to stay and play his trade at our club, then I think it'd be delightful for all us fans to see him grow, because he'll certainly become a far, far better player than what he is at the moment.
Oh, sir. I was reading a wee thing about Tillman. If we were wanting to get him off of Bayern, it said on this one article I was reading, I know it's no, don't believe everything you read, but it was saying he was $6.5 million it would cost us to get him. I know he's got a
various figures, you know.
Huh?
We've heard various figures for it's a £5 million deal. You don't know if that includes his wages, yeah? Because let's be honest, he wasn't on big bucks when he came. He was a guy just starting out, wasn't he? Okay, he had played for Bayern Munich, let's be fair also, and then Europe also, but he hadn't played many games outside there.
Nah, not at all. But you can see that he's got a lot in his locker, Ox, and I just hope he wants to stay, and like I say, he can cause all sorts of problems. He can run off the ball. You see him tracking back a lot more as well now. He's getting a lot more involved, and I think it's just due to us maybe playing a wee bit more a style of attacking football. So I don't know if you agree with that, but I think that's the fact that we're wanting to go and attack, whereas before we were just horseshoeing. One or two players would go and try and create, but we've got 3 or 4 now in the midfield, and we're starting to fill it with football players, which can only benefit the young boy going forward to help him out.
Oh, he's got talent. He's got talent, you know. My concern is where you play him and Cantwell. That's my concern, yeah.
I heard you saying that. I'll be honest, Cantwell, Raskin in the middle, Cantwell slightly to the left, and Malik Tillman slightly to the right. That's my 3. I know if you're playing a 4-2-3-1, it might not work out that way, but I think if you were playing like a 4-3-3, I see Tillman slightly to the right, Cantwell left, Raskin in the middle.
That would give me the fear, if I'm being honest, Southside.
Well, how would it give you the fear?
I just think that there's a lot of inexperience in this particular fixture in there, no?
I don't mean playing that on Sunday, like.
All right, okay.
I don't mean that. I didn't mean it that way. Sorry.
All right, okay. That's the way I picked up.
I was just meaning like if we were playing in a 3.
Stevie's just fell off his seat.
I didn't mean it for Sunday, mate. I was just meaning like
He's fell off the seat. The touch.
We're playing St Mirren at Ibrox. Playing St Mirren at Ibrox or something like that, and we couldn't play like they 3 in the middle, 3 across the midfield. Really?
That's a different argument, Stevie. You gave me the fear there.
I heard what you were saying. Look, we've got to look. Games are won and lost in the midfield, and we've got to be on our toes here. We've got to have a bit of experience here in the middle and all. That's why I kept Kamara in my team. He's got legs, and see, it's the most frustrating thing ever about Glenn Kamara. See when the boy goes forward. See when he goes forward, man. He is a total different player. See when he gets that ball and he slows it down and he goes sideways and backwards. That crucifies me. Especially when he's got a bit of space and he can still go forward with the ball and he stops it and slows it down. And Glenn Kamara's got no time to think. He gets that ball fast and he goes forward with it. He's just a different animal. He's just absolutely brilliant. And I'm hoping that he can be in there, bit of experience in there, the wee Raskin, the wee pit bull, biting away at people, getting that ball back and getting it moving up front. That's what we're looking for. But we need the momentum going with that ball. We need the midfield to overrun their midfield and get that ball moving quickly.
Okay then, all right.
Southside gave us all a heart attack there, didn't he?
Aye, did he saw it as a dummy.
Here, let's not kid ourselves. I mean, we all know what this game means, right? And we all know we all love the Rangers and we all want us to win, and we'll never shy away from that. But we know it'll be a hard game on Sunday. You know, I just worry that when their right back decides to go into our midfield, whoever's on that side needs to go and track him when we're no get the ball. We can't afford to carry passengers or people sleeping on their jobs on Sunday. We need to make sure that we track, when we're not in the game and we're having to fill in the positions to regain the ball back, we need to make sure that the players are tracking back. It's got to be ingrained into them. Because we've seen it, they go wandering. And if we turn the ball over, we might be free down that side and we can go and get right at them. But I just want every player on that part to give me their all for 90 minutes in a blue jersey or 120 minutes. Whatever it takes to batter them into submission. That's what I want for my team. Just to batter them into submission for the whole game. But I know it'll not happen. But when we've no got the box, we need to be right on it and make sure we're marking men. Can't have runners just going willy-nilly all over the park. We need to make sure that we keep that bit tight and then we go and expose their weaknesses when we're on the ball. And if we can do that right, then there's no reason why we're not lifting that League Cup come Sunday. Not a chance. We will lift that 100%.
Stevie?
Aye, 100%. You could hear the battle fever in Southside's voice there. He's starting to think about where he came from, his Rangers in his heart, his mind, and thinking about his family and proudness, and the sleeves are rolled up, and here we go, Rydale High, we're going to rip them, we're going to roll them. You know what I mean? You can hear it, I know, man. You can hear him building it up there. Brilliant. Listen.
Whoa. Rewind that a bit. What high?
Rydale High, man. Rydale High. Come on, don't tell me I've not seen Greece. Come on, man. Anyway, listen, it's as plain and simple as this. They players was a wee result. Let's be honest. When they come out that tunnel and they see whatever display the UB's put on, and all the bears standing there screaming and bawling and shit, we just want a bit of pride. We want a bit of guile. We want the sleeves to be rolled up, and we want them to give their all. It's as plain and simple as that. Just get out and get tore right into them. Show them no respect. We're the daddies. We're the Glasgow Rangers. We are the people. Just get right into them, man. And everything that bad stands for on their chest, just get tore right into them, Rangers. Forgot where I was there. Sorry, boys. And can I just add for the record, we are the Protestant people. Rangers, everyone, anyone. We fit in there too. Come on, Rangers.
So, I might take you back a wee bit. Rydale High?
I know, I was struggling with that myself. Grease? I don't know. Last time I seen a bit of grease, I think it was in a garage, getting the motor fixed.
Let me give you the history lesson. There's a place in Drumchapel called Rydale Place. Okay. And come on, don't act stupid here. Greece, we've all seen it. Rydale High, where the wee guy says we're going to rip them and roll them and then ring that bell. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh dear, we'll be joined by a caller. Big Mark.
That's the Danny Zuko, is it?
It's worse. How we doing, Big Mark?
How you doing, Australia? All right?
All right, help me out here with these two idiots, eh?
Oh, I don't know about that. How's it going, all right?
Yeah,
Brand new, Mark. Boy.
Good, Mark.
How you doing, Southside? All right?
Aye, good, buddy.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, big man?
Obviously the game on Sunday, but other than that, just last week we lost another Corby, a good Rangers man from Corby. Well, he's actually from Glasgow, but lived all his days, most of his days here in Corby as well. Gordon Riddle Titch, I know Southside knows him quite well. He passed away last Wednesday.
Yes, we did hear, and obviously very close to Southside, yeah. Memory Southside.
Aye. He was a really true bear. So he was wee Titch. Known him for a long time. Travelled with him many a time in Europe and whatnot across the countries in the globe, following the Glasgow Rangers. And it was sad to hear the news last week, as you know, Ox. But aye, it'll be sadly missed. And I'll see you down in Corby in March, Mark, all right?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I think he was actually responsible for quite a lot of young people going to games from Corby. A lot of times, I think Southside and the Red Lion, he'd even give his own tickets up sometimes for kids to get to the games and things like that. So he was quite instrumental down here for getting people up to games and things.
Brilliant.
And obviously getting us across to Europe with Stuart Daniels' buses and that with the Kennan Park Royal.
Stuart Daniels' buses.
Yeah,
sad when we lose one of our own.
Yeah.
All our thoughts go to Titch and all his family and friends, Mark. Yeah. What else is on your mind, big man, apart from?
Just looking forward to getting up.
What's your team going to be? Pick a team.
My team, do you know, I've been listening to the show and listening to yesterday's show, and I'm the same as everyone else. I think everyone's picking the same team apart from the midfield. I think I would go with Raskin, Lundstrom, maybe, and then I'm stuck. If Lundstrom's fit, and then I'm stuck with Cantwell. Tillman has to play, I think. So I don't know. I wouldn't go with Cantwell. I'd put Lundstrom in for a bit of fight, a bit of guts, just a bit. I think he'd be a bit harder player. Do you know what I mean? Just to put it into them a bit.
Aye, so that would be your midfield, the usual back five, the usual front three at the moment in your midfield. If they're all, Raskin, Lundstrom, and Tillman.
Yeah, definitely.
I see the rationale behind that. South side.
Aye, I can see the rationale. I think Kamara will play, Mark. I think he's a Michael Beale type of player, and I think he'll play him. Lundstrom, I don't know. I don't know how bad his ankle injury was, you know what I mean? It might still be causing him a bit of discomfort. It'll come down to the sort of tactics he wants to play. I think the conundrum is Sakala, isn't it? If you don't start Sakala, then you find an extra place for a player. But I think
that's why you could put Cantwell in there, I think.
You could put Cantwell, or you could put a Tillman in there if you're no sort of starting a Tillman or a Cantwell and you're playing that sort of midfield, a Kamara, Raskin and say Lundstrom. You fit a Tillman or a Cantwell in further up, but I think it'll come down to the way Michael Beale sees it, and I think Sakala's earned the right to play against him because I think he's caused him untold problems most of the times he's played against him.
Yeah, the last game he tore him apart, didn't he?
Aye, he did.
I just think Kamara might slow the game down a bit, though. That's the only thing with Kamara. I don't know, he just seems to slow things down a little bit, or not quick enough to get, because they're quick going forward. I don't think he'll be quick enough to catch up. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know when I think Kamara struggles, Mark? I think he struggles in the games that we should win. See the games we think we should win easy. St Johnstone, St Mirren, Ross Counties. See, when it's a big game, he usually does okay. Yeah, do you think he's better performances some of the games in Europe, even this season, PSV away? He comes in and he does all right, but in the games we would think, well, he should stroll this Partick Thistle. Brybrook, it was terrible.
Yeah, he used to get a bit lackadaisical, didn't he?
Stevie, the point about the midfield is, I think this game will not be just won with 11 players. I think it'll be 13, 14, maybe even 15. So they'll all get their turns.
Aye. I don't think it'll go to extra time. Are you going down that road? I would think so. I think it'll be done in the 90 minutes. I think the Teddy Bells will shine through. Can I ask a Plastic Jock a wee question?
Go on then.
Will you be up for the football at the weekend by any chance?
I knew this was going to come up. Yeah, I'm up on Sunday morning.
And did you get your ticket through Majors, did you?
No, I got my ticket through my supporters club.
A fitting Bave camps, eh? A fitting Bave camp. Anyway, listen, if you're staying overnight, you better get in touch with your landlady, Mrs. Peggy Mitchell, because you can't just arrive.
If he's staying overnight, you better sleep with one eye open with that ticket under his pillow.
The tooth fairy in here's 18 stone. Listen, Mark, brilliant. It'd be great to have you up. The support for Corby, the old Rangers club and everything. I'm sorry to hear about your fellow Blue Noses down there, Titch. I know Southside was close to him and went many miles over Europe with the boy and everything else. And it's sad to see the boy go. So I just want to say that to you, and I hope when you come up at the weekends you enjoy the game, mate. But listen, I disagree with Johnny Lundstrom. You'll get 70 minutes out Johnny Lundstrom. I see why you're putting him in there, a wee bit of iron, right? I get it. But see if we can get Kamara going forward, guys. Trust me. And I think Ox hit the nail on the head. The big games, Kamara is usually good. And I would have him in that team. Honestly, I really would. and he'll give you more legs than Lundstrom. I'm going to be honest that way too. Might not have the iron Lundstrom's got, and I can see why you've put him in there, Mark, but we can agree to disagree. That's what this platform does, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's just that's the one thing about Kamara I don't get. It's like what you say, the games he should be up for, or the little games, and he's not done so well. But then the last, I think it was a game at Ibrox where he done quite well against Celtic. Remember when Arfield scored, he done that little turn and lost Scott Brown and all that. Yeah. So he has played well in them games.
Aye, but then if you look at his last performance at Ibrox against Partick Thistle, mate, listen, as much as I like Kamara, he was atrocious that day, yeah? Yeah, you know. But listen, it'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting who's going to be playing. And I think you're right, Mark. I think everybody's got the back five, the front three. It's just any 3 for 6, if I'm being honest. Don't mention 6 right enough. That's an unlucky number for Southside.
Fell off my chair.
See, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who goes out in that park. Well, we just want to make sure that we put a marker right down to them across the city and burst that bubble that they've got, that they think's getting bigger and bigger. It does get bigger and bigger, but it goes pop at the end, do you know what I mean? And come Sunday, it'll be going pop. And that's all.
I heard a wee whisper that you got a coupon up.
Did you?
Aye.
Aye. News travels.
Yes. Oh, I'm surprised everywhere, mate, you know.
Oh, you've done well to get that one, I'll tell you.
Yes. Was it? What night was it? Was it Monday night?
Aye, it was Monday night,
Aye. How many teams?
Hit the crossbar on Tuesday, you know.
I just wanted to go back to Saturday. So you sent me 2 coupons. So we done a Super 6, which you were on.
Is this what this is leading on? Aye. It was because I had 5 up and be 10 minutes to go.
Aye,
you didn't say that. You made it out like it was getting a down, but there was 5 up with 10 minutes
close.
to
You
go.
hit the bar. Yeah.
And a stupid penalty in injury time, and Plymouth couldn't score at home. Unbelievable.
Right. Just
Fleetwood.
run me through your other bet out of 6. How many started?
Oh, that 2.5 goals. I get 9. I had 2 goals in games and things like that, but I didn't get the 3. Aye, that was poor. I don't know what happened.
You're getting close with the Super 6, yeah?
Aye. We'll get it this week.
Right, we'll get it this week. Get it this week, Mark. It's a free weekend. Put your dough in the Super 6 and it's a free weekend, Mark.
He's not been doing too good at them, is he?
Bart, does you come on and stick the boot in and all?
Listen, he puts himself out there. I think Big Stevie's going to have a go one week, see how you going and all, ain't you, Biggie?
Yes, I certainly will. I couldn't do any worse, let's be honest.
Who's helping you, Alex Griffin?
Hey, keep it clean. By the way, that's a source of no phone about a ticket. I mean, I get him one, I can't get my grip.
You'll probably turn up on Sunday.
Rewind that. You get him one.
We.
All right, okay.
There's Melon one.
All right, okay.
We.
I'm still in shock about Rydale High.
Ox, it just shows you, doesn't it? Big Mark Corby, he's got a ticket. Southside's got a ticket, and you're all da. The guy that jumped the barrier, I can't even get a ticket. Unbelievable.
When the teams come out and you just look here on the telly and us 3 will wave to you.
These are out order, by the way. They're out order. Big Stevie's willing to. I'll be standing at the school at the motor showroom with a big fistful of dollars. Big Clint Eastwood, a fistful of dollars. Anybody wants a quick fix?
We'll get a Via play for St Jacob for anywhere around.
Oh, listen, it's all in hand. It's all in hand. One jacket fits all, shirt and tie. It's all in hand.
Maybe you get a seat next to your friend who's going in. South side, yeah. They could double up.
Listen, I can't double up with anybody. It need to be. Come on, who would I be able to double up with?
Right, okay. A shout out before we go for a tune. Right, a shout out to the Corby Rangers Supporters Club, Mark, who are showing the game on Saturday. I put it on Sunday, sorry.
Yeah, there's a few,
Yeah.
a couple of places showing it. Yeah, I think the Corby Town Football Club showing it.
Right.
Yeah, and then obviously Bar 1690, but it's only invited people in there.
Okay.
It's not big enough for everyone.
Well, Mark, all I can say to you is if you feel the need to do the door or stay there, you wire in and I'll take care of your ticket. No problem at all. You wire in.
I'll be in the car at 6 o'clock on Sunday morning. We've got 7-seater coming up.
What, you're telling me Corby gets 7 tickets and I can't get Who's getting the email for my gels? 7 plastic jocks,
You want to run
Only 6 of us have got tickets. I don't think a driver has.
You want to run people past your idea how you get more? My just points, Big Stevie.
I can't remember what we're talking about again.
It concerned the catering.
Oh, eating pies, aye. Oh, well. I'd be platinum, that's for sure. Anyway, I just can't get my head doing it, Ox. I really can't get my head doing it. I know the demand's greater and all that, but I can't get my head doing it. No even one, me or Jamba, no even one has got one. I can't get my head doing it, mate. But anyway, listen.
There's always tickets. Mr. Black will get another couple of customers before Sunday, and then there's a spare and it all trickles down, mate, you know.
Well, here's something. That's what it is, but
doesn't matter, does it? Right, get yourselves in mute, lads, because we're going to have a tune.
Took a trip to Eyebrow, my favorite team for to cheer, where they were playing the Glasgow Celtic on the first day of the year. Now the ground was filled to capacity as the teams come out to play. The animals sang the soldier's song, and the people sang Dolly Gray. Now half-time it came when the Glasgow Celtic were in the lead. Finian Tully was rounding everywhere, shaking his rosary beads, while the green flags they were flying high. Celtic hearts were full of pride. The second half, sure it started, and the Rangers, they turned the tide. Won't you play up the Glasgow Rangers? Oh, play up the boys in blue. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. We're here to cheer for you. Now the ball goes out to Walker, and from 30 yards he did score. Sure you couldn't hear your ears at Ibrox Park, for the sash my father wore. All play up the Glasgow Rangers. Sammy Cox is on the ball. He slips it through to Willie Woodbarn, then on through to Ian McCall, McCall to Billy Simpson,
Oh, here come the boys in blue. Well, Simpson beats the Celtic center half, and then goes number 2. Now the Rangers fans are roaring. Jardine Young, he takes a free onto the head of William Simpson. And then goes number 3. Well, it's 3-1 for the Rangers. That was the final score. A happy new year from Ibrox Park. For Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park. For Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park. For Rangers beat the Fenians once more.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
All right, gentlemen. Been sent a question for you, Stevie. The Govan stand, do you just know it as the Sandy stand?
Thanks very much, Ox.
Right, okay. Maybe you're just hopeless and devoted to the Rangers.
Hopelessly.
Oh, he's like lightning, isn't he?
Brilliant, aye. Grease lightning. Aye, he's a good. Have you know into that, Big Mark? No.
No. I'm all right.
He's right on. He's right on then. What do you make the making the way that Michael Beale's carried himself since he come into the club, Mark?
I've been impressed with him so far. I think some of these injuries are a little bit of mind games. I don't think half of them, like your Jack, your Lundstrom. I don't think Tillman. I think there's a bit of mind games going on for him. Keep that everyone going. But I think all in all, you can't. He's not lost a game, is he? No. It's like you say, nearly 10 out of 10. We've been 2 minutes away from 10 out of 10.
Yeah. What about yourself, Stevie? The way he's carried himself in the press and that, he gets it, doesn't he?
Different class, man. Different class. The guy knows his football. He knows his football, mate. And I like a guy that even when he's talking about his opponents, he shows class. You know what I mean? He's Walter Smith-esque, if you want to put it that way. He might not have maybe the iron Walter Smith's got, but he certainly sets his stall out and speaks the way Walter Smith speaks. A lot of people might think he gives a lot away, but I think that's part of the mind game coming up to the serious game. Everybody's listening, saying, "I give that away with that and that game," but the games that matter. I think Big Mark's right. I think there might be one or two there that's going to be playing that we think's not going to be playing. I think he's going to surprise us. I really do. But as what he's done since he came in, absolutely fantastic. It was my choice. I've already explained that. Definitely was my choice. But as soon as he started talking about it, and you could see that he's listen. I mean, how can you not be impressed? But I mean, what's that? 13 out of 14, or is it something like that? Innit? A one draw, and 13-1, something like that. It's absolutely fantastic what the boy's done, and I think the players are playing for him. I really do. You can see a difference in some of the players, and I think they're buying into what the guy's doing. And let's be honest, the two players that he's brought in so far, they've done all right. Raskin's starting to look a real deal, but I've got to admit out the two, but Cantwell's looking good, I know. And he's got an eye for a pass, a splitting pass and stuff, I know. And the wee man at the back, the pit bulls, they call him. You know, he's hoovering things up, and he's got a tackle in him. He's got a good pass on him to go on forward. The two boys he signed will do me so far anyway.
So far. So saying he turns up and he's going to do the press conference. He's part of it. He's turned up. He's immaculate. Shirt and tie, club gear on, and then the other guy turns up with the jumper with the leather patches on the elbows. You know.
Aye, well, we've always been a standard above them, haven't we? You know what I mean? A better class, you know. But I think he's. Sometimes I think he might be too honest when he's talking to the press, but I think it's a bit of honesty because he tries to give the supporters. But I don't know if he's pulling a flanker or no, Mark. I think he's been pretty honest every time he sort of spoke, and they've asked him questions on players. And I don't know if they are genuinely struggling. I'd love it if he's pulling a flanker and they're all fit and available and he's going to pick whatever combination.
He's very smart with his words. What he's saying is they weren't training today.
Oh, I know. But I think Raskins alluded to it and Cantwell alluded to it, that they've came to Glasgow Rangers because when they spoke to Michael Beale. So I think he's got that attraction, obviously, towards players, and I think he does his homework on players. He's even spoke about the Livingston players that were in their squad. So
do you remember the famous Andy Kennedy story on here?
Who was that again?
Do you remember that one?
Yes.
Well, no, the Davy Mitchell one you've come out with tonight.
Right, he didn't play his debut against them.
No, and he never scored against them neither.
Davy Mitchell. Up there?
No.
Did he shoot and Gordon Dale stuck it in?
Might have done.
No, he did, didn't he? See, I wasn't in the grunt at the time. I was just getting in. And we'd scored. And it was at the top of that end. There was 18,000 in there at that time. It was bedlam, so it was a game, wasn't it? I thought he scored, so he didn't. He shot it, get blocked, and you're telling me that.
I'm going to check it. Wait a minute.
Is it not McCoist that scored in 27 seconds?
No, he never scored against him.
No, encyclopedias went away and looked it up.
I can't remember that, but
I thought he did. Though he shot then and it got blocked then, didn't it?
You sure Andy Kennedy never scored a hat trick that day?
No, he didn't.
Anyway, we've been joined by Robert. Evening, Robert.
Evening, Oxshire, Southside Stevie, and Mark the Corby. Evening, guys.
How you doing, my man?
I am Robert, right. Thanks, guys. Big Southside, one for you here. You're talking about Rydell High and the last time you seen a bit of grease. Was that no one who's driven out of one of Big Stevie's pies at the game?
Did you, Robert?
I thought you that one.
You know, Robert, to be fair, it was quite a warm evening. Some people might have said it was a summer's night.
Some might, some are loving.
Okay, there's a guy for Love Island on.
Oh, Jay, don't you be slagging Love Island. I've got it on record. It's movie night tonight.
Robert, carry on.
You've got to be on it. Anyway, listen, guys. No, the battle fever's on, and I don't mean to throw a span on the works here, right? I'm a nervous wreck building up to Sunday, but come Sunday, 3 o'clock, old Robert will be right behind the Rangers, cheering them on, get right into this mob. That mob is fashion called them. Let's do that mob. But here, I want to ask you a wee question, guys, right? And hopefully this will calm my nerves soon. Now, going into the game, and I love your confidence, but Stevie and Southside and that, where exactly do you get your confidence that we are going to beat them? I know we can beat them, and hopefully we will, but where do you get your confidence when they're basically 10 points in front and almost scored double the goals that we've scored this season? Where do you get your confidence to?
Can I go first?
Aye, okay, hold right tail high there.
Robert, first of all, you're one of my favourites, right, Robert? Let's get that kicked right into touch right away. Now, this is where I get my confidence for The last game at Ibrox, Robert, see if it wasn't for our bad defending, they wouldn't even had a shot at our goal. There you go. You take the cross the field, Alfie's crossfield pass, right, and Tavern big goals, and he walls through our defence. Terrible defending, bad ball for Alfie, and he puts it in the net. And look at the second goal they go at. It broke kindly twice. That broke, and it went straight out to the wee guy, and he put it into the roof of the net. Apart from that, tell me what they done. Nothing. We had them in toss. See, we kept going and kept battling away at them. We would have got that victory. We'd have got the victory we want. How they got out of Ibrox that day with a point was unbelievable, Robert. And we knew how many more games down the line, Robert, and we've no lost. And I believe our squad's going to be ready and up for this. And I seriously believe, Robert, and I'd like to think you would only agree with me here. Apart from Rangers, who's really given them a game? Who's given them a game, Robert? Nobody.
No, exactly.
Aberdeen, not one booking. They'd scored a goal in 2 minutes. It was a training session, Robert. They were just there. It was an absolute training session. Whether we Partick Thistle came and fought for everything, and fair play to them, and fair play to the way they set up, and they brought a good wee support. They were all up for it. They were all there. Aberdeen, come on, man. Just, no. And Livingston there at the weekend, they give you a game. These wee teams give us a game here. But let's be honest, Aberdeen never tried a leg against them. Not one booking, nothing at all. Come on, man. For a goal in 2 minutes, two goals in the first 20 minutes of the game, it's over. Ball game's done. So I believe sincerely, Robert, looking at our last Old Firm game, we've won, but we're snowballing, we're getting better, we're getting stronger, we're getting a wee bit of swagger. And believe me, that's where I get my confidence from. I'll tell you the confidence I've got, I know, Robert. See, when I see a Union Jack flying above our end, that gives me, because that's a flag that's never been defeated, no matter where you go. And the Rangers players will play for that on Sunday, trust me.
Southside.
Just wondering how I can top that Winston Churchill speech here for the big man. Aye, that's right, Robert. We know what it's like, right? We have nothing to fear, right? Nobody attacks him in the Scottish League, right? We proved at Ibrox that if we get a system, and he was just in the door at that point, and all trying to get players together. You can see we've got a resilience about us. You can see we've got a style. You can see we've got a better squad now starting to play football. And I just think that we can get it, them no bother. As long as we work as hard. We need to work hard as a team on Sunday, Robert. You know what it's like? You can't predict this game. We're saying we're going to win. I believe we'll win. But because Forum goes out the window, it doesn't matter how many goals you score week in, week out before that game. That game hinges on what you do on that Sunday. And how would the players do? And I believe we've got strengths in our team that can match them. I believe we've got the belief back in our squad, and I believe we'll have the ability on the day to beat them. And I do believe that. We've got nothing, you know, it's just turn up on the day and let's have a right good go at them. But we need to work hard after the ball, Robert. As I said earlier in the show, we need to make sure that when we're not on the ball, we're working hard after the ball as a team. But I think when we get on the ball and we can try and get to dictate the game when we get spells to do it, we'll not do it for 90 minutes, Robert. But we need to batter them on Sunday into submission. And we need to do it, and that's it. And if we do that, Robert, we'll win that League Cup. Don't worry about that. You know, I'll hopefully it'll not be with the one a trying for every single Rangers player that wears that jersey.
Feel better.
What's that?
On you go, Mark, and then we'll come to you, Robert. On you go, Big Mark.
Yeah, I think you can only take the confidence from the last time you played them, I think. And that game against them at New Year, we were far better than them. Sakala was ripping them apart on the right-hand side. And I think, and we haven't, although the performances have been patchy, but we'll be getting results. and building the resilience. And I just think with that Raskin coming in makes us a better team. And my confidence comes from that. Just think, like what you say, no one else gives them a game. Well, on Sunday, I think they're going to get a game, and they won't like it. They won't like it one bit.
Don't like it of them. So, Robert, in you come.
No, listen, guys, I appreciate everything you're saying, but see, my worry is the same old thing that's happened to the Rangers all season. See, these injuries are depressing me. There you go, we're talking about Roof might be missing a game. And it's going to be a big dip. See, if we've not got Roof, Ryan Jack, John Lundstrom and Malik Tillman, that's going to make a big difference in the game. Let's be honest about it, right? And this is where I'm going to come in with John Lundstrom. Why? And I'm agreeing with Mark's team, that's the team I want to start on Sunday, because see if Johnny Lundstrom hadn't went off in that game at Ibrox, we would have hands down won that game. Johnny Lundstrom in the second half was outstanding in that game, and that's how I think I want him in there and Sunday. And big Malik Tillman, we need to get that boy playing on Sunday, even if it is only for 60, 70 minutes, because that boy's been sensational. Started off well, then get a wee bit slow, and people criticise his work rate and all that. Look at big Malik Tillman now. What a player. So, guys, I just wanted to ask the question. I don't mean to sound defeatist in that, because, of course, I think we can win it as well. And I asked my Gary the same question before I phoned in. I said, Gary, where's your confidence of beating them? He said, Dad, it's the Glasgow Rangers. We'll probably be the underdog, but we fear no foe. And I thought that says it all.
Obviously, Gary takes his brains off his mouth.
Definitely.
You just said it, Robert. Fear no foe. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
and I said their bubble's getting bigger and bigger, right? But it'll go pop on Sunday because we're going to pop it. No. And they just hype themselves up. Do you know, there's a stat. I was talking to Albert, believe it or not. Albert told me 31 games, 32 games Aberdeen have played them, right? They've took 6 points off them in 32 games playing them. How many seasons is that? Albert used to say they start 12 points ahead of us when we play Aberdeen a season. Aberdeen didn't put a challenge up before them. It was a wee trial game, but we'll put a fight up against them on Sunday. That's the difference. And we've got players that can absolutely get at them. Sakala, Alfie hopefully will turn up on the day. Kent, you know, Tillman if he's playing. We've got players that can get at them. You know, we've got nothing to fear, Robert. We're in the cup final, Hampden. And why no? We need this trophy. We want to win it as a club and a support, and get the marker laid down to them that this is what's coming. We're just going to make this team even better going forward.
Mr. Suko.
Did you say Seiko or Suko? Because Seiko. Right, anyway. Listen, Robert, I hope I've made you feel a bit better, mate. And you listen to your son, Gary. We are the people, mate. We fear no foe, no matter what. And Southside's probably right in what he says. It's who wants it on the day. And I believe our boys are going to be fired up and ready for this. And as Mark says, we've got wee Raskin in there and that, Cantwell and that. We're a better team now for it, I think. And I think we'll do them. I really do, Robert. Normally, I wouldn't want to come on and fling my hat in the ring the way I have tonight. Normally, I just keep my powder dry, you know what I mean? I don't give them a team talk or nothing, but I'm flinging it in the night, and I'm going to say we'll beat them with 2 clear goals. There you go.
Stevie, I've got no doubt. Stevie has. This is all I'm asking for. I'm asking for our strongest squad to play against their strongest squad. And I've seen it over the years. Rangers getting into games and having 5 and 6 major players. We've seen it in the Champions League against Liverpool and all that. Look at the players that play young King and young Sands and all that. All I'm asking for us to have Big Hollander, you have a Fat Hadget, you have a Tom Lawrence. That is not too much to ask for. And now we've got this one with Ryan Jack, with John Lundstrom and Malik Tillman. It always seems to be our best players, and yet they've got a full fit squad that they spent £49 million. We know they're no any world beaters. and then you hear the day another wee stat, they're always cheated, never defeated. Well, last 16 years, Rangers have had 4 penalties against them. They've had 7. Well, there you go. Is that not a wee stat that tells you something? And they're always crying out, that Rangers get everything, all the referees and Masons and everything else.
Robert, you know as well as the boys on this show know, and my listeners, see, they know how to use propaganda, Robert. No, they know how to use propaganda. And you know where it stems from, don't you? It stems from all the way through everything these people believe in. And it's even through all the different various parties, legal parties now in councils. They know how to use propaganda, mate. But listen, we are still here. We're still top of the tree. We're still the most successful club. We're still flying the Union Jack here in Scotland. And they'll never beat us, mate. Because, you know, good always conquers evil, mate. And that's what they people are. And you believe me, win, lose or draw, every single one of us will be there the following Saturday. That's if we can get a ticket off my jersey right enough.
You're all right. It's a home game.
Robert, do you get a ticket?
No, listen, I know I didn't get me and Gary didn't get. We tried everything we could, Stevie. No, we never got one. Disappointed, obviously. Disappointed.
I know, mate. I think I should just tie up with you in Duke Street somewhere. We'll go for a fresh orange.
Listen, mate, that would make my day, because your Gary's want to watch it in the house, and I've got a couple of wee clubs I'm on to go to that. But so I don't know where I'm watching it yet. But at the moment, it's in the house, and I'll be screaming at that tail, and the neighbours will be hitting the floor with their brushes and that, and tell me to shut up. But you know what? Come 3 o'clock. I'm telling you guys, come 3 o'clock, I'm well up for it. Oh, Sheriff, wee question for you.
Yes, mate.
You're white, this one, big south side might know. It's no real a trivial one. So your Gary asked me the night, you had to see the player. Tell me your top 5 performers who turned up 9 times out of 10 in an Old Firm game. And I'll give you mine to start it off with. Your top 5...
If you want to answer your own questions.
Well, right, I'll let you go. Right. So I want your top 5 performers that you've seen. No guys that you've heard of, like Baxter and all that. I didn't see back, well, I did, but I was too young. Your top 5 performers who 9 times out of 10 turned up in an Old Firm game. Who are they?
We'll go in the panel and we'll have one each. I'll go first. Ali McCoy.
Oh, I knew you were going to do that. That was easy.
Number one.
I'll go. Mark Walters.
Oh, good shout.
Oh, he was not in my top 5.
I might not be, but he's a good shout.
He's a good shout, mate.
No, Stevie?
Gaza.
Oh.
He was on my top 5. He was at number 4.
Mark?
Brian Laudrup.
I thought you were going to say Davy Meikle-John, Mark, but there you go.
my hero wasn't even in the top 5. My hero wasn't even in it.
I would say I would go for Ian Ferguson.
Great shout. So can I give you my top 5 now?
Richard Goff.
Right, give us your top 5, Robert, because we've got 4 of them, haven't we?
No, my top 5 Rangers players who turned up 9 times out of 10, in my opinion, that I've seen, and I'll go for the order for the best to the 5th best. Number 1, to me, was Alistair McCoy's 27 Old Firm goals, right? That's my number 1. Number 2, how many times did he save us? The 2 saves against Van Hooijdonk, world class, and so many more. Andy Gorham's number 2. Number 3 for me, so I've got Ali, I've got Gorham. Oh, there I'm forgetting now. Number 3, the Hammer's got to be in there, guys. Big George Alberts is number 3 for me. And number 4, he never lost an Old Firm game in about 11 or 12 games, Paul Gascoigne. And that leads me to my final one, number 5. And I'm gonna give my 5th one oh God, then my mind went black. Who was my 5th one again?
Scott Wright.
No.
Alfie Cohn.
Morris Johnson.
I had my coins. My mind went blank. I'll come back to me. But I think they're all a good shout. And people might scream down the phone and go, "How's Alan McGregor not getting in there?" And that's a great shout as well. We Natural was good against them. But
Robert, it was Kenny Miller you were thinking about.
No, but it wasn't actually almost. He actually did quite well in Old Firm games.
Even Presley you were thinking about?
No, he was rotten. he was
What about
right
Gordon
rotten.
Marshall?
I can't believe I forgot my fifth one.
Eric Bo Anderson.
Oh, brilliant. Two goals against him that Wednesday. Horrible Wednesday night. I was at the game. Absolutely fantastic.
Yep. He came on as a sub that night too, didn't he?
Aye,
come on, aye.
It's another night I lost a pie flinging at the referee.
Guys, I've just got it and I cannot believe I forgot him. How could anybody forget Blue Peter? Peter Lovencrantz, that's my fifth one.
Peter Lovencrantz. Yep.
Oh, come on. He went for about 3 seasons where he couldn't help but score against him. And then in the what final was it, 2003? They won 3-2. He scored the winner. The League Cup final at Hampden as well. When he scored, Blue Peter was amazing. I thought Blue Peter for about 3 years against him was outstanding.
It was, you're right. It was.
So that's my top 5 performers.
Good shout, mate. Good shout. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. No, my confidence comes from Sunday, Robert.
Yeah.
If the favourites won every week, Southside would get his coupon up every week. It's easy.
And Southside, see your Super 6, did you hear me on the show last week when I predicted Rangers would beat Livingston 3-0? And I don't know if I said it on the show, I might have no, but I said it to Gary on the White Arm and Vale. My James Henry would have scored one of the goals and he scored 2. I don't know if you heard it, but I did predict on this show that the Rangers would win 3-0.
Robert, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Very proud when they get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Stevie, I was quite emotional when I heard that Gary came running and told me. I didn't know he told me. Maybe, I don't know if it's maybe a wee bit too soon. Could have maybe waited to see what he wins over the next 3 years and hopefully he'll win 3 titles and a couple of Scottish Cups and a couple of League Cups in it. But for a guy, Stevie, who cost us 250 grand and scored 95 goals and all the assists, over 100 assists, led us to a European final, helped us in 55, one of our most important titles of our history. I don't think you can take it away from him, can you, Stephen? I know, and I know what I love about him, Stevie, as a Rangers player. He's got that class that Mr. Spoof put into the Rangers team. On and off the park, he's never let us down, especially off the park, Stevie. He's no sat at curves with kebabs and all that. He's never let us down off the park. Never.
No. He's never let. You're totally right. The way he lives away for the games like a true pro, and he's everything a captain. That side of things, he's everything you want in a captain. We know he's not the greatest defender in the world, but he deserves his inductee into the Hall of Fame. A right back that scored that amount of goals, and let's be honest, loyalty's a hard thing to find these days, and he's stayed loyal to our club. And the boys gave his all for him in the door. Let's be honest, he's been there in the bad times, he's been there in the good times, and he does deserve it. And he's still got a bit of playing left in him. You know, it's very unusual to get inducted into the Hall of Fame when you're still there, isn't it? So let's be honest, it's normally after you leave the club or you pass away or something like that, you get inducted into these things. But fair play to our captain, James Tavernier. And I knew you'd be a happy man, Robert. I knew you'd be a happy.
And Stevie, one wee quick one on it as well. And for being totally honest, over the last 7.5 years he's been there, he's not exactly playing the old great Rangers teams. And could you imagine him playing the Rangers team with Barry Ferguson and all these kind of guys, Richard Goss, etc., and Brian Laudrups and Paul Gascoigne? Could you, people say he wouldn't get into the team, but could you imagine him playing the team 95 goals. I don't think one of my other heroes, and Ox can maybe look this up, one of my heroes growing up as a boy was Alex McDonald. I don't think Alex McDonald scored 95 goals for Rangers. There you go. And he was a great player.
I think you might be. I'm not sure if Doddy broke the 100. Remember the longevity that Doddy had, you know?
Exactly. Doddy must have been here for what? Oxford about 15 years.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you exactly, mate. He's a minute. But listen, I just think they'd be better waiting the finish. I thought the three guys that were into the Hall of Fame Southside were worthy. But I think they'd be better with the finish. There was guys in our history, maybe their times would have came when they retired.
Aye. Was it the only three that they put in? There was nobody else?
No.
So I think it was merely a gimmick thing, probably, for opening up the Edmondson house. I think you can take it Alan McGregor's career will be finishing as a goalkeeper in our squad, and I think you could possibly say Stephen Davis will be in the same bracket. So I was surprised, Robert, that they did put James Tavernier in the now while he's playing. But I was having a think myself the other day, and I was thinking, when you talk about Sandy Jardine, right, and then we talk about probably Gary Stevens, as we've heard you saying before. We've all talked about him being a good right back. And then maybe one that springs to mind is maybe Alan Hutton to a point for a period of maybe a season and a bit, or round about there. But James Tavernier, we look at what he's done and how long he's been there, he's probably going to be up there as probably one of the best right backs up there at the moment, as you look back in history, who we've had in there, like Alex Cleland, playing right back.
Goal scorer or all, by the way, Europa League top goal scorer one of the seasons there too.
Oh, aye, all the accolades. All the accolades.
97 goals for Alex McDonald.
Oh, he's 2 million tab. But Southside, I'm not being kidded, right? You all know how much I love Tab, right? He's my present hero, right? But I'm not going to say he was better than Sandy Captain or Gary Stevens. That would just be pure stupidity to say that. Robert, world class.
Robert, I don't know. Well, okay, Gary Stevens played international football, but I think when you look at it, for like Gary Stevens, if you look at the right backs we've had up to now until you get to James Tavernier, I think he's more or less, obviously the boy young Patterson went away to Everton, so we don't know how he would have developed. But looking at the right backs we've had since, going back in time, over the years, he's probably up there.
Oh, well,
he's probably the third, probably best right back, or pushing for the second best if you're looking for Sandy Jardine upwards that you've probably seen.
That's put them around. People say that he can't defend, but come on, there's some of your world-class defenders like Roberto Carlos and Danny Alves couldn't defend to save themselves. Kieran Tierney, there's another one, can't defend to save itself. Andy Robertson, if you want to talk about players like that, getting $100,000 a week in the Premiership in England, do you know what I mean? So, but his stats are phenomenal. You can't take it away from penalties or no. And look at it, see that free kick and honestly, see that on Saturday, me or Gary were bouncing about. Shout, where's your James Tavernier here now? I run about everybody running the row. No, we all love them, mate.
Right, we're at the last part of the show. Let's hear from these.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Sometimes, Big Mark, you don't know what you've got till it's not there anymore, and I think that might be the case with Tav, mate, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, he ain't been there for some amount of time either, is he? Like, trying to remember other right backs in the last, 7-8 years he's been there or something? It's a long time for a right back. And he's hardly missed a beat, is he? He missed the year we won the league, he missed a little bit. That's about it, isn't it?
I had the appendicitis, didn't he? And apart from that, he pretty much let him and Goldson play every week, didn't he?
Yeah. It's very rare you get that in any team. Well, lucky you have you like to say, I think you don't know what you got until you ain't got it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. But I agree with Robert. Look, you'll not say he's the greatest defender, but the way we play now, it's the full-backs are expected to be different types of players.
Yeah, the game's evolved a bit, ain't it? So a lot of teams play with them wing backs, don't they? And then you barely play with a flat back four, sort of like a 4-4-2, do you? You know what I mean? You seem to play with these right back and left back going forward all the time.
Oh, sir.
Yes, mate.
I was just, can I ask Mark a wee question? Mark, are you up for the Legends game?
I'm not sure yet. I'm up the week after.
The reason I'm asking is I could maybe swap you a ticket for the big do. I don't believe you've got your ticket for the big do, have you? So it could be a wee swap shop get on here. You can get the golden egg and go to the big Rangers Radio night out, and I can go to Hampton.
That's what you call a win-win.
But you'll be sitting next to James with Tennessee, so there's always a downside.
I'll bring some earplugs.
But anyway, it's good to hear Robert happy with James Tavernier, isn't it? You know, he always...
hear Robert happy?
I'm just passionate. Robert's just mental passionate, isn't he? And if the team showed off the passion that the boys on this show, and we'll be all right come Sunday. You know, Robert's he loves Captain James Tavernier, you know, that's about James Henry Tavernier, you know, so it's good to hear Robert's quite happy, and I hope we Southside, Big Mark and yourselves there have punted a bit of confidence into him for Sunday. I know the battle fever will be on, Robert. Come on, Robert. I've been just tell that right.
Former Rangers and Dire Ranger. That's what we are.
Yep.
I was stuck with it.
We're no manufactured. We're no manufactured. We were born and we'll die one. We didn't have a choice. That's us Rangers. And I'll see what Big Stevie says. Come on, the Rangers. Get into that mob on Sunday. Let's do it.
Here we go. That's better like it.
He's changed his tune, Southside.
Aye. Come on there, all worried and all that. Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know about
I'm
Sunday.
worried.
Robert, nothing to fear. Listen, we've been beat, right? But it doesn't matter. See now, that's in the past. But look at the squad we've got. Look at the bit we're playing. And we're not even playing the way we should for 90 minutes. See if we can put in a Hearts performance. We'll absolutely wipe the flare with that mob. You know, that's what I'd love to see, a Hearts performance turn up right for the start, no? And just let's put it right into them. But like I say, Robert, they don't play anything any week. Every team in Scotland at the moment have all got the fear factor. They don't want to go out and attack because they flood that many players forward and they're beating teams with sometimes 3 and 4 and whatever. But that's the fear factor. We don't have a fear. Our manager and our club of players and our support don't have a fear now. And like, remember, Robert, it wasn't so long ago Michael Beale was in there with Steven Gerrard, and tactically we had their number. You know, we tactically had their number. We knew how they couldn't beat us for nearly 2 and a bit seasons, Robert. No, and they stole a League Cup off us the last time we played them up there in a final. So it's time for us to go there. It's our time, and we'll do the business on Sunday, mate. And I can't wait. And then we can all go partying on the Sunday night. What a night that will be for every single Rangers fan out there.
You feel better now, Robert?
Oh, no. Listen, I just feel you don't want to get into these games being shouting in radios. We're going to do that mob's on that radio quite every night. And I'm like, keep saying it. Yeah, please keep saying what you are saying. How many of our players would go on your bench and all that. Please keep saying it. Because I'll be on that snide on Monday when the Rangers tail off that cup. When James Henry goes up there and they red, white and blue ribbon.
Angie's mob, how many knockout games have they won in Europe?
Oh, I think about 1 in 20 odd year. Know what I mean? That young boy Bailey Rice hasn't even seen them won 1 knockout tie.
You know, when you're looking at this group of players, I'll accept the lack consistency, Big Mark, at times, but there has been results that they've pulled out the bag. You know, Gordon goals and James Tavernier, Lundstrom, Glenn Kamara, Morelos. At times, the results they've got has been absolutely outstanding. So what have we got to fear?
Do you know what? One thing I've noticed during listening to a podcast and that during the week, hardly anyone's mentioning even Morelos. I think he might have a big say on what happens on Sunday. I've just got a sneaky feeling he's gonna come up with the goods on Sunday. I don't know why, but he's been coming close to getting a few good games, and I think he might have something to say, because all these other good, like this Raskin and Sakala, take a bit of the limelight away from him. Do you know what I mean? And I think he might have something to say on Sunday. He's due a couple of goals.
Oh yeah, Stevie.
Oh my God.
Can I ask, is the technical team sitting with a carry out tonight? What is going on in the background?
That was planned for me to say that.
Stevie, I was half expecting you to sing the Buffalo Soldier there.
Mark, just to let you know, everything's scripted on here.
Oh, all right.
Oh dear. Stevie.
Aye.
Morelos.
We all know what he can do. He can occupy a back line himself, can't he? And let's be honest, he's not got a lot of love for them, is he? And Big Mark might have a point. Everybody might be looking at, he's a new boy. The two new boys, Sakala ripped him apart the last game, and they might try not concentrate on Sakala. And the wee man might just... Big Mark might have a point here, by the way. But look, we all know what Alf can do on the day. If he just gets in and gets in about it and goes in with the right attitude and does the day any wee stupid things, just goes in and just get tore into him, man. We know the player he can be. We know the player he can be, Ox, man. Wee Alfie can hold that back line up himself. Let's be honest, they're shocking at the back. They're like a tea strainer. You know what I mean? Wee Alpha of that big, would you call that big going idiot? He'll be sweating like Pavarotti in a cake shop and he sees wee Alf running at him.
He could have a big part to play Southside.
Aye, I think he will. And I'm hoping what Stevie says, he turns up and does what we know he can do on the day. But I'd love him to get a couple of goals, like Mark's saying, you know. He started to score against them and that, but we know he causes them problems. If the players sent half against him and that, and he's a handful when he's on it. And I'm hoping that he's on it on Sunday, because Sunday's can't carry any passengers, and I'm sure they'll be getting psyched up for it as the week goes on. So I'm just hoping that all our players arrive on Sunday, Ox, and they all turn up. And if they all turn up and they work to the game plan that Michael Beale sets out, I believe that we can win. You've got to be confident that your team's going to win a cup final, Ox. And I think that's the way we should be. But like I say, Robert, we all know it's a different game on the Sunday. It can go anyway, a game like that when we turn up. It's who plays on the day, and players make mistakes and do things out of character sometimes. But we're hoping that our players will work to the script that's going to be set out. And if they do that, Robert, I'm hoping that we'll be lifting that trophy, and it'll be James Henry Tavernier.
Yeah. And Southside, talking about Alfredo Morelos, and if I could talk to Alfie tonight, I'd say, Alfie, after 2019, son, you always won. So please do what you've done against bigger and better clubs than that mob in Europe when you're the Europa League top goal scorer that season. Do what you've done against top European teams, Alfie. Go out there and do what you can do best. But get yourself in the box. Don't be playing at the halfway line and don't be playing out the wing. Alfie, we need you in the box to score the goals. That's all I'll say.
Aye. Fair comment, mate. There's sometimes he's playing it wide and there's nobody in the box, mate, and that's a flaw sometimes in the way we set up. Yeah,
100.
Right, okay.
Doing about the box.
No, we've no mention at all night. Big Mark, the two centre halves. No mention them once.
Because that shows you the trust we've got in the two of them.
Aye.
That Davy seems to have bought and Goldson's solid back. No one's even come near to trouble in them, really, have they?
No, it's a partnership. I didn't see at first. I was a bit sceptical, but Southside, the two of them have well but surely bonded, didn't they?
Aye, it seems to be that when Connor Golson played with Hollander, left-sided player, left-footed player, gave you the balance, he seemed to be comfortable. And then, obviously, it was moved about until Ben Davies has come in. Same again, left-sided defender, left foot, can go on with his job, and he's at the right age, and I think Connor can probably try and go on with his own job, and I think we can see that they're starting to form a good partnership together, Ox. So, reason we've not really mentioned them is because I think we're all thinking about midfield and up front, because that's where we know the damage gets done. But also, the defence hasn't been too bad either. They've looked a couple of goals here or there, but come Sunday, it's all about making sure we don't give them any chances. We'll get one or two, but we've just got to make sure we keep the door shut, and I think they two have formed a good partnership together so far.
Aye. Look, but there's flaws in their games, but if they keep it simple, clear their lines, Stevie, they're effective.
That's what Big Ben Davies does, doesn't it? He just keeps things simple, doesn't he? He doesn't try and play big fancy balls or nothing, and when in doubt, he just, you know what I mean, rose head. He doesn't mess about the big boy. I mean, against the Thistle was a penalty kick and we let them walk up the road, and that would have probably been another clean sheet, you know what I mean? It just, I think they're doing all right, and I think us no mentioning them, you know, and no talking about them just tells you how far they're coming, you know, and that's the bottom line, how far they've came, you know, so look, keep the back door. They'll be up for it. They'll be up. They'll have that wee Kyogo in their pocket, I think. You know, and I don't know much about the big new guy, the big Lutch guy they've got there, the new guy they've signed. I don't know much about them, but they'll just need to watch for high balls. And that's my worry about Rangers' defence. High balls get into that box. We don't particularly deal with them great. But as on the ground coming through the middle or anything like that, I've got confidence in the Rangers' defence. It's just high balls. You know, you've got McGregor that does the like to command the box, and I don't think we're the greatest. I really don't. But if we can tidy up that side of the game, then after fear, we'll score. We'll definitely score. There's no two ways about it. And I don't think that Rangers defence will let 2 goals in. So I'm happy days. I still stick by it. I think we'll win by 2 clear goals, guys. I really do. I know Robert's got concerns, and we all have deep down inside we're all thinking, but I just think this is going to be one of the finals. We're going to, after the game, we're going to say, what were we worrying about? I really do.
All right. What do you think of the centre-halves, Robert?
Listen, the centre-halves, Big Ben Davies is settling in nicely. Reads a game well, passable. Bit of funny if I'm being totally honest with you, but he is settling in. But as for Big Connor Golson, now listen, there's a lot of politics against Big Connor Golson about his salary, running down his contract, no one to sign, etc. But he did sign, and I might be on a hefty salary. But I'll tell you one thing, he gives his all, and that guy, apart from that injury against Liverpool, that guy doesn't miss a game for the Rangers, and you've got to take that into consideration. And I'll be honest with you, Oxia, and a lot of my pals disagree with me, I'm a big fan of Connor Golson. I think he's a really, really good football player. He's got his faults like everybody else, but I'll tell you one thing, I'm glad Connor Golson's in there on Sunday, and with my doubts, what gives me heart is Connor Golson, guys like that in our team. That gives me heart for Sunday. So that's what I think about the 2 centre-backs.
Yeah.
Why, this car is automatic, systematic, hydromatic. Why, it's a greased lightning. Greased lightning. Greased lightning. Greased lightning. Greased lightning.
We also like to play tunes that everybody knows, Stevie.
Just let me tell you, if the Bears win by 2 clear goals and that comes on early with the airways, we'll all be in the box. So we will.
You can see him. You can just see it now, Southside, can't you?
Brilliant.
Just see old Davey, by the way. I've got piles there.
I was going to say, I'll get... Would you say he's got piles multiplying?
Anyway, listen, by the way, they took their medication, that mob in the back. What's going on in there? Brilliant.
Oh, Fox is wanting to start a club up. He wants his own stand now. He said he's fed up with the youngies getting stuff he wants. So he's calling it for the pensioners. FTP.
Brilliant. Right. There are hat, scarf, badges and tapes. There are colours. All the old team, eh?
Oh, it's been a riot. Listen, Robert, thanks for calling, mate. We're getting you that time, mate. Great to hear from you, Mucker.
Can I not get a wee final speech?
Yes.
No.
Aye. Aye.
No.
Anything.
Carry on, Robert.
All the Bears, 1972 against Bayern Munich, they gave us no chance. 1992 against Leeds United, they gave us no chance. 2022 against Borussia Dortmund, they gave us no chance. Sunday, the Rangers will get every chance. Bring it on. Let's get into that mob. We can do this, and we will do it. Come on, the Rangers.
Yeah,
He's changed his tune since he came on Big Mark, hasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
I actually thought you got to carry out and went in the back with a techie team.
No, he's get off because he's away to watch that Love Island on +1. That's how he's happy now.
Love Island. Fox thought it was Rossi.
Back in the day on the Waverley.
Right, last big shout out for yourself, Mark.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot for taking the call, Oxchair, and Stevie, I'll be standing in the usual place with the cone. I think you'll know what'll be under the cone on Sunday.
Okay, yes.
So hopefully you'll get a ticket and I'll meet you there.
Right, listen, mate, I'll be there. I'll be in that entry used in the bouncy. Don't worry about that. By hoot or by crook, we'll be there.
Thanks a lot for taking the call, Oxchair. See you later on Southside.
Right, Mark.
Cheers, mate.
Right, Mark. All the best.
Cheers.
Son.
Cheers. Bye.
Big Stevie.
Listen, what can I say? You just don't know where you're going to go when you're with the Dream Team Ox, do you? Absolutely fantastic. Big Mark and Robert. Enjoyed the discussion. Enjoyed the wee trivia quiz. Excellent wee night. This is what this platform does. And I'm just going to say this to wee Robert, by the way. That was a great closing speech here about the Ellen Road and all the great games that the Teddy Bears have won when they've been underdogs. I'm going to say this. We're no underdogs. We're never underdogs when it comes to them. We'll win by 2 clear goals. You listen to Big Stevie for the drum. 2 clear goals. I'm telling you right now, boys. Thanks for having me, Ox. And I'd just like to say to my wingman, thanks very much. I've enjoyed myself thoroughly tonight. And come on, the Glasgow Rangers. Please, please, please. Whether I get in or no, just I know the Bears will get behind them and give it loudy. Just please, Rangers, get your sleeves rolled up, show them no respect, and get belted right into them.
Southside.
Aye, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed the night. It's good to be on Rangers Radio, and it was good to be on the night with the big man, as normal. We have been the last couple of Wednesdays, so thoroughly enjoyed that. Aye, mate. Saw a bit Sunday. everybody on this show and everybody that phones in the show, we're all passionate about one thing, mate. Glasgow Rangers Football Club. It's your life, believe it or not. Some people might not believe it is, but it is. It's all we care about. And all we're caring about is Glasgow Rangers winning on Sunday and picking up that trophy and putting a marker right down to them and let them know what it's going to be like, hopefully, for the next coming season or two. We're back, and the only way to make sure they know we're back is by picking up that trophy on Sunday. So looking forward to it, hoping the big man will get his ticket and we'll get to Hampden. And just let's go Rangers and let's just batter them into submission on Sunday. That's what I want. A Rangers win, mate. Thanks very much for having us on.
Yes, the League Cup, that's the one that we want. Southside, that's the one that we want.
Honey.
Listen, thanks to Robert and Big Mark, Big Corby, your good South, Big Stevie, and the gent that is Southside. Thanks to Fox and Old School Boy in the technical department. I think they've had a better time with us. Thanks to everybody for listening. Rangers Radio will be back tomorrow night between 8 and 10, talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Old School Boy.
Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. Won't you come and cheer us? Help the boys along. White and blue, coming through with a song. Oh, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. We'll be there to do it, do it if we can. Win the cup, hold it up in our hands. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay.